It's so great to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, so we are here in the studio in London to talk about the Breakbulk Global Shipper Network. And before we really dive into that, I think it would be helpful to define what is a shipper, because in our industry, shipper can mean a lot of things, but within the context of Breakbulk, it's a little more specific.
Yeah, so our Global Shipper Network is comprised of senior stakeholders from large energy companies, manufacturers, and those really responsible for moving oversized cargo and project cargo around the world. And members of the Global Shipper Network come to Breakbulk events to look for those solutions from our exhibitors and other members of the show.
Excellent. So you have really developed a program that addresses this specific group. So there are certainly benefits for them. What are the benefits to the other participants of the show, the exhibitors, the visitors, in terms of the shippers?
I think having a core group of these senior stakeholders at the event is really important, and I think FaceTime, so being able to see them on the show floor, if it's in the Global Shipper Network lounge, if it's at a golf day or one of our networking events, it's all about the opportunity to be in front of these key players in the industry and be able to solve challenges or sell their solutions or provide solutions for them right on site at a sort of a focused event.
Have you heard of that happening? Any sort of contracts between shippers and service providers?
Of course, we're very lucky with an amazing Global Shipper Network lounge, which sort of acts as a base of operation for our network on site. And many of our shippers now utilise that space to host meetings, which are curated through our app. So a great success story was last year at Breakbulk Europe. A large energy company hosted, I think it was 3 meetings throughout the show within the lounge, and actually finalised a contract and signed that contract for a multi-million dollar project, which was about moving critical components for a solar power plant. So it was really great to see that happen on site. They seemed very happy, so it was really, really great to see that happening right on site at Breakbulk.
Absolutely. So these relationships that start at Breakbulk can really turn into contracts and business relationships that I assume can last a long time.
Of course, and I think it's, for me personally, with the network, it's hitting all ends of the spectrum. So utilising the app to have meetings, business focused in a confined setting, but it also goes the other way to, do they sign up for our golf day? Do they participate in the networking drinks? Sometimes in those relaxed environments, actually some of the bigger deals and those relationships are curated. So we want to provide the platform, the best platform possible for our shippers to come to our events, network with the right people, have an amazing experience, but actually have some really amazing takeaways and some, a real return on investment of coming to our events.
Yeah, absolutely. It strikes me that it's not unlike advertising, where you want multiple touch points with someone, right? So I think being able to do that at a Breakbulk event, as you said, in a casual setting, in a more formal arranged meeting through the app, for instance, or going up to a shipper who's just finished a discussion at a main stage session, having those, numerous touch points, that's what really builds a strong relationship and coming back time and time again, because I think that they do.
They do. We do see a really great retention rate of those that once they do come to the event, it becomes a staple event in the calendar. And we love to see people come back year after year. And look, everyone's in a different stage of, be it a project, a contract, discussions. We want to cater for the whole, the whole spectrum, that just because you might not have a contract negotiation with a particular solution provider right now, there is so much more that you can get from coming, and so much more than just those business discussions you're going to get from coming for Breakbulk to Breakbulk events. So whether that be main stage content, like you say, what we're doing is setting a foundation and a platform for to solve these challenges that a lot of our shippers face.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's just focus on Middle East, Breakbulk Middle East for a moment, which will happen in Dubai in February, where relationships are so important, perhaps more important in that region of the world, more so than in many others. And I think that the event itself has grown and evolved to acknowledge that and provide many opportunities to deepen relationships.
Yeah, and we want to make it as easy as possible and give our shippers, but also our visitors in general, everyone that comes to our event, the best chance at facilitating these connections and conversations. So whether you use the app to, like I say, host meetings in a particular lounge, whether you schedule a few main stage sessions, you know, linger about, speak to people that are going to these sessions, speak to our speakers of these sessions. Everyone's really open, be approachable, and everyone really wants to tackle these industry challenges. And like I say, there is a broad spectrum of what you can get out of coming to the event. It isn't just book a meeting, sit and chat for 10 minutes. There's so much more, that can happen at the event.
Yeah, absolutely. Possibilities are endless.
That's it, absolutely.
Thanks so much, Ben.
Thank you very much.